So this is Fort Lawrence. This is in New York City. And so we'll have a look at it in a moment, sort of the story. But this is what it is. You know, same kind of stuff we see everywhere, like these huge old world structures. This is an old postcard, New York, residents, and part of the structure. What this looks like is some more, lots of buildings in there. It looks like an old star fort, right? An old star city. As we can see here, it's up on a hill. We've got walls around here. I mean, that almost looks like a citadel sitting up there. And then, I mean, of course, everything down here is just completely trashed. So we're not sure what's going on here. Nice old buildings. I couldn't find heaps of old pictures. It was said to have been built in the 1700s. And of course, lots of, you know, these strange, you know, rubbly photos. They're not construction. Another shot of it, as you can see, you know, we've got this star forty shape and also doors going into the mountain by the looks of it, and windows. And again, I'm sorry, I forgot who put but someone did put this in a comment, Fort Lawrence, so I thought I'd check it out. So it's New York, so I don't know what bridge that is. I'm not that familiar with New York. Here it is today, looking very, you know, what we would call Spanish, right? Now this must be, yeah, they are construction photos, aren't they? Apparently. So it can't have been completed in the 1700s, so we'll have to have a look at that. That's pretty cool, look at that. Big buildings. I mean, and look, just the way they're built, this is the stuff we see everywhere. Columns. Oh, it is Fort Tryon, okay. What did I think it was Lauren? Tryon, Fort Tryon, there we go. I'm trying hard, I'm trying. And there it is again. So this is, I'm guessing that construction photo we saw of that big arch, I'm guessing is that. So who knows if that was added on or part of the original, I don't know. But of course there's a ladder there, so it means that they built it. And, oh, there's a dude there doing some work. Construction photo. All right, confirmed. And this is today, just to show that this is, you know, it's this massive, you know, like everything, just, you know, just way too grand, right? You know, for back in the, I thought it said 1700s, but it can't have construction photos. And this is just to show, because it was in New York, you know, New York had stars, right? Star City wall, a big wall on Wall Street, the Wall Street there. So, so this is Fort Tryon. Okay, so it's definitely Tryon. Fort Tryon, 1776. Yeah, it was to 1783. A Patriot Revolutionary War fort established at Forest Hill Redoubt in 1776 in New York City, New York County. Captured by the British 1776 and renamed Fort Tryon after Sir William Tryon, last British governor. First established 1776. Blah, 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 blah. Was attacked by a force of 3,000. So it doesn't say anything about how it was built. Got attacked, got overwhelmed, and that's it. God, that's not very good, is it? Fort Tryon, the breathtaking park in Manhattan, named for an American enemy. Ooh, that's not very good. Ask any New Yorker at random where the site of Fort Washington once stood, and chances are your query will be met with a furrowed brow, followed by frantic tapping on a smartphone. Oh my gosh, sign of the times. So here we are. These are some more pictures. This is, so as you can see, I don't know why I didn't download this one, but we'll get a big note. As you can see, these walls, right? This is, you know, this is just what we see everywhere, like Star Fort. And even this bit here looks like the bastion bit, right? The pointy arrowhead bit. Of course, lots of covered up stuff. This is the same picture, but you can see this wall going around, and just this is just all covered in dirt. This breathtaking view is no accident. Okay, so they built it with a view. That's because that's what you do with forts. You build them, you know, with a good view, you know, because no accident. Along with buying the cloisters and the land, that would become Fort Tryon Park. J.D. Rockefeller Jr. also bought hundreds of acres along the New Jersey waterfront to preserve them and the view. Okay, so to preserve them, so he's bought all this land, so no one can go and dig around, right? Find out what's really under there. And I don't know, heard that name before? Those rocky fellas. Here is Sir William Tryon, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, again, there's none, there's no story about how this was built. And it was basically bought by these rocky people. When does it say? And turned into a park. Does not say when. I'm thinking that's 1800 sometime. So this, now I'm just trying to work out. So this is 1932 because they've got construction photos somewhere. Untapped New York. So lots of arches for the arch enemies, sitting 200 feet above sea level, offering some of the most impressive views of the Hudson River. It's Fort Tryon. The land was acquired by this dude, J.D. Rockefeller Jr., who hired people to design and turn it into a park. And we know the deal with parks. I'm just trying to find when they, because there's definitely photos that they are saying are construction photos. Okay, so clearly all these construction photos that were being shown, like these, are the park, like construction of the park. So in the 1930s and 20s, to construct the new museum. Okay, they built a new museum there apparently. He hired the architect from Allen & Collins, who had previously tapped for Riverside Church. So basically, they turned into a park and built a few buildings and all these walls, these megalithic massive walls. Here's another construction photo. So I've got some of these. So, okay, so now we know the story. We can go back and have a look at some of those photos. Like this, they're saying this. So this is a construction photo of the park. You can see they're digging out walls. You know, they may have planted these trees, so they look pretty big. But as you can see, like all these buildings, you know, this is just, there's a lot of stuff already here. Now it looks like they built this, which I'm not really sure what this is. Maybe it's not that arch out the front, but clearly they're building something here. Not sure where. It doesn't even look like that. It looks like that's a natural cliff, like they haven't dug it. Maybe that's a tunnel. It looks like it's going to be closed up. So they've built a few bits, and then you get these megalith. Oh, look at the size of these. Covered up. So, I mean, well, there's a wall there and no wall there, so who knows? It's just the sort of same kind of construction. You know, there's no one ever working, is there? This is on the grounds. No doubt that's a mausoleum of some kind. As do. And I mean, you see this stuff in cathedrals in, you know, everywhere, right? Exactly that same kind of roof. What's that doing in a fort? And this in a fort. So, yeah, I thought it might be that they were building, but it looked like it had a big wall of dirt. So I don't know. Maybe they built that. Maybe they didn't. So there we go. Pictures. So what do you think of that? I thought we could maybe go and have a look at it on Google Earth. Fort Lyron. Let's go have a look. Okay, so this is it. So I'm guessing, oh my God. It's definitely a satellite picture. That's not an implant. So this is the top, and look what we got here. We've got these ramparts, walled areas. It's kind of hard to see, isn't it? Let's see if we can get on the ground. So I would say I mean, that looks like it could definitely be a contender for a star fort. So anyone in New York,
Yeah, it'd be
get down there, right,
interesting
with
to
a
see if
camera.
there's walls around it, like through that park and that garden. I bet you there's like a
Because
perimeter wall somewhere in that area.
yeah, because look at this. See that shape? We see that kind of thing everywhere. It looks like that's a fountain. Here's one of the
Yep.
octagon roofs that we see everywhere. So it's definitely got markers, even down. What's that? See that sort of wall? How it looks like it pops out there. So definitely, that's definitely worth a look. I'd say the whole thing. Oh yeah, because look down here. Look at all these walls, right? Look at this.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
That's what we would be looking for, is those sort
so
of
when we get
walls.
down there, let's go stand in the middle of the highway. Oh
Oh,
yeah, look at this, man.
right?
Yeah, I'd say
Just in the
I'd say
middle of
it's a
a park,
contender.
eh?
What it,
Nothing to
so
see
that
here.
must have been that. Yeah, yeah. It's just that. Yeah, it's an old fort built in the 1700s and then turned into a park. And that would have been the one with those roofs that we looked at before. Those basic cathedral ceilings. And what cathedral ceiling? What even is this? It's
Right? Like
what is it? It's just a bit of a wall, clearly. But I mean, it's not a
a
functional
wall, an
building, but it's
open
got this
wall
massive
too, though.
cathedral ceiling.
Like what a
Yeah,
useless
to
wall.
like it's
That
yeah,
looks like supports and foundation to a building is what that looks like. Like
it does. It does look suspiciously like a foundation, and you see a lot of these under cathedrals. These kind of I've got a couple of
yeah,
photos. I don't see it a lot because I think a lot of them are buried, but you do see that it looks like they build these as the foundations, or who knows, right? Have they got water cisterns built into them? And you see lots of train
or
stations
aqueduct, yeah,
in those kind as
be left
well.
over. Who knows? Oh, but look, it goes around too. It looked like it was like, yeah,
Yeah,
remnants
so
of.
down here there's more. Let's go here. Oh, scrape marks, anyone? Paul Cook would like to look at that.
That could be blasting for the
That's
highway right there, though. They drill down and then
yeah,
dynamite
okay,
it.
yeah, with their big yeah, where they drive the chisels.
But
Are they called chisels? Hydraulic
yeah,
chisels?
jackhammer down, I
Yeah,
think, or a
okay, because this
drill.
is
But yeah,
okay.
look right there,
This is
boom.
that one that we saw the construction photo from. Yeah, remember that construction photo? Did you see that? That's what that is. That's what that would be. So this looks like it's newer,
Yeah.
but
Oh, and there's ruins on top
is
of
it
that too,
all?
though.
That's the
So it's
question.
like, what did they blow up?
Yeah, up here there's yeah, well, exactly
Totally a
right.
wall.
And when you, it's hard to see. The stones here look bigger than these. This looks a lot more uniform than that. It's kind of hard to see.
Definitely.
So anyone in New York who wants to get down there, but look, it's a big, massive wall. If you were just turning this into a national or a park, why would you build this massive wall? And here we have a pokey out bit.
Or as like a
So it
military
just keeps
barracks.
going
Why
on.
would you have a massive wall that has an opening every 2 feet with a dinky
Yeah,
like
yeah,
little
yeah, right.
metal gate?
The
Like,
arches.
why would you be putting a gate in every section of your wall? Like it just it
Yeah,
does
I
not
know.
make sense.
It's a silly story, isn't it? I think we could get down here. Let's have a look what's down here. I think we're on. Oh, okay.
Digital.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay. So come on. So we've
A
got
half a
this,
bench.
which we don't know. Could be new, could be old. It's hard to tell. I mean, it's
Oh,
not laid like old stuff, is it? Lots of
like is
gaps. Who
that
knows?
megalithic? Is that new or old? That wall of giant
Yeah.
stones, like.
Well, I'm looking at these ones. See over there? Can we get any closer? Don't think so. But see these ones
Yeah.
here.
And what's this behind the cement bench
kind of
right
look
on
like
the
big.
bottom right too? Like, what
This
is
one
that?
here,
Like, that's some sort of like
just
Paul would say that's
yeah,
GOP.
random. Yeah, it actually probably looks like it, doesn't it? So it's interesting. Then of course on top we got this. And that looking
Yeah.
very, Star
Oh,
Fort
can
Citadel,
we get up to that and see what sort of like building material that is? Is it brick or is the
Oh,
foundation
come on,
big
I might be able to
stone?
see.
Like, oh yeah, like even the roadway's all brick cobble.
Yeah. There's another gateway to get in.
Very castle-esque.
So yeah, it's definitely it's got all the sort of old world features. So, and definitely that's definitely a satellite photo, by the way, just in case you're wondering. So I wonder what's on the other side then. If we go across here, of course we find more parks. Who knows what's been covered up? But there's funny little walls in here and stuff. Who knows, right? Because of course, when you see a star, there's normally, if they're on water, there's normally one just across from them. All right. So what was that next got? It was
The one on the Mississippi or
we've
no?
got Fort de Chartres, Illinois. Is Illinois Mississippi?
Could be. They should look at Governor's Island or Welfare Island. Those are the two that are right off the coast there of New York.
We didn't put a mark on that last one. Whoops.
Oopsies.
Fort de Chartres. Oh, look at that. There we go.
Oh, boom, right there.
Oh, man.
That is a classic battery shape.
And this is in Illinois.
That's deep in America.
Nice. Classic Star Fort. And again, that's pretty big. I mean, these are buildings. So even though it's a small Star Fort, these are fairly, they're not huge, 2-story kind of.
But look at that. See, this looks like it's pre-built by settlers almost, and they probably like are on a bigger foundation of that battery, and they're like, shit, we got to put something up here quick to make it look like we've been here forever. So, like.
These are the builders, clearly, right? These are construction photos. Yeah. Look all around the outside. Look at this. See how it's got a mound the whole way around? And then see it going down there. Let's see. Can you see that up here? Or maybe that's just. Oh no, maybe it's just.
Yeah, like what are the walls? And like, look at those older foundations.
Like it was. We would have been in there. It's definitely.
So, like, can we get up to that foundation and see, like, if it's bigger stone or if it's also that cobble that's been taken down, or like?
Or where do you want to go in here?
Yeah, either there or at the very top of it where it's just the footprint of the building remaining. Or, yeah, right there probably is a good spot. Right there in the middle, yeah. Because there's a couple footprints and there's that wall. Yeah, see, what are these bases made out of?
So these.
Yeah, those are foundations of the other buildings that the cobblestone huts are now put on.
Yeah.
Well, and they're in asymmetry of it. Look.
They're even building on one.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're rebuilding it, but like they're doing it as to give the story that the colonials built it. Right?
Right? Exactly. Like they've only got 2 of these buildings up, and the rest are just bases. So let's see what the actual base, like the foundations, are made out of. Like if they're megalithic, it'll like blow their story right out of the park.
Yeah, it's hard. We need for me some close-ups because
it won't let us get to that part,
really.
eh?
No, it won't let us get in to have a good look at that one. It's only a few bits we can
You
get
get
in.
what I'm saying, though, right? Like, because those are all like in the same spots, and it's like, what is that made from? Like, if it's either geopolymer or if it's megalithic stone, it proves that it's far like pre-cataclysm sort of thing.
So is that that must be the Mississippi? No, that's not the Mississippi. Yeah. What was the one on the Mississippi?
What river is that?
It's not the Mississippi, is it?
Yeah, no, that's the Mississippi going down that way. Yeah, yeah, because we're sideways right now. See, that was the Mississippi there. Did we put a pin on it?
For the chart, yeah, I did, but I didn't put one.
Oh, stop! Look at all of those pyramids. Like, those look like pyramids off that coast right there, deep down. I guess they'd claim they're...
Oh, down here.
I guess they're just islands, volcanoes, but... Look, what the frick? That's some weird... What is that? What? Like, what?
What have they blocked out?
What the...
Look at that.
That's some weird...
And then it just stops.
Oh
no, it's got something going over that way.
Yeah. Like, what?
And then what? Perfect squares. That's what you're supposed to find. I wonder why they're blurred out.
It's just freakishly weird. Like some sort of like giant...
that line of wire. Yeah, look at these big... Who knows what's down there? Well, okay, that's Bermuda. So this is all the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
This whole sort of area.
Just bizarre.
I mean, what the hell's going on here, man? What is that?
Yeah. Right?
It's just freaky, right?
Indeed. Just like scarred right up, like from what? That is some interesting, like, look at how smooth and even the river is there too. Like it looks canaled out almost. Symmetrical or
this did.
Yeah, like the shoreline.
I mean, even that water, that's not even, it's just pixels, man. What are these things? Oh my God, what have I done? I've got a bullseye. So that's New York. So this is Battery Park. So that's an old Star Fort. The Battery. But of course they ripped it down. I think there's kind of, this might be, parts of it.
Yeah.
And there. All man-made shorelines. And then of course, got a star out here.
Oh, look at that one, hey? Great Battery.
And then there's a few more out here too. Statue sitting on an 11-sider. Another nice photo from space satellites, clearly.
And like, look at that island. It's a man-made island, just like the ones in like Dubai, essentially. And it's like, who made that at what time period? Like, oh, you just came over here, you were suffering from scurvy, you were in world wars, civil wars, but you just had time to like dredge this harbor and make these perfect man-made islands that China's now doing on the reefs in the South China Sea and like Dubai's doing on their coastline. Like, how?
Bizarre, isn't it? Whee. It's like we're in an airship. Here we go. Look at this.
Yeah.
You can live in a palm tree. And so this is a good example, because look at the terraforming here. I mean, in the water there's a lot more, but you can see that, you know, these harbours that they've cut in are very similar to the ones that we see in all these cities that we're told were built, you know, in the 1800s and stuff. But this, I mean,
right? Like,
it'd be interesting to see how long that took to build.
And like, look at it, the
this has been going
Earth
on
and like that Earth one, the third one, it supposedly like went bankrupt belly up. They couldn't even finish it. And it's been sitting like this, undeveloped.
Well, look at it. You can see there's a bit of development there. And I think
right?
one there. But the rest is empty.
But
it's just all empty.
Yeah. And it's like, this is like the richest place in the world, and what they've been able to do and not do at like our current height of technology, and then what they claim all these other places. It's ridiculous and it's insane. And
the other thing about these is they require a lot of upkeep. Like if you just left these, do any of the upkeep that they're doing, they'd be gone in 20 years. And with the other stuff that we see around this, you know, they're still sitting there 200 years at least later. So, I mean, God, they've just like, look what they've done here, man. They just went mad with building islands, didn't they? They didn't like the first palm tree, so they built another one. So, and that's of course in the middle of a desert, as you do.